like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. It's the I'm Leaving Here with Something podcast. It's your boy Chuck, and I'm here with
Big Shaw, and it is episode what?
22.
22. Jay-Z had a 22
You know what
line.
I'm saying? 22, y'all.
So we are here again. Clap it up
Yeah.
one more time. Clap it up for the I'm Leaving Here with
Podcast,
Something
we here.
podcast.
Yes.
All right, and clap it up to our sponsors, which, no, that's not a sponsor.
Oh, who?
Nobody is our sponsor. Okay? But we can turn around
And sip to Dunkin'.
Puerto Rico. When you said ho, we hoeing ourselves out to Dunkin' Donuts.
Shout out Puerto Rico Day.
Ho!
Yes.
I'm a Dunkin' Donuts. Ho!
You know what we need.
You know what I want. Yo. So anyway,
Oh, man.
last time we left off, Chuck,
Yeah.
the Knicks had just lost,
We said that.
right? Last podcast they just lost.
We
And
talked
then
about it.
we talked about the loss, and then
Right.
we was like, who would you want to see and everything. They did not, and then the question was posed. It was like,
Right.
I was like, and if you look back, I was like, I said they might have to make a change like the coach, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Right.
But I was wrong.
That wasn't the thing to do.
I was like, yeah, if they really want to get
Wasn't.
bold, they could change the coach, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
No.
But guess what they did?
They did it.
They fired that nigga.
They fired
They
Tom
fired Tom.
Thibodeau.
Come on, they
Unreal.
fired Tom.
So how do you feel about that, though, Sha? I mean, we talked about it, right? First, we talked about
we
it.
did.
Then right after we talked about it, they did it.
So I see a lot of people like that's kind of upset, even sports writers,
Right.
some fans and everything. And then Knicks is in a bubble, and in this bubble, even though they're great sports fans.
Yes.
I need this Knicks fans. This has happened before, where a coach has gotten a team far, but then they fired him in the run, and then those teams made it. For example, I'm just gonna go back. All right, I'm gonna give a couple examples.
Okay, yeah.
So
Enlighten
mostly everybody's GOAT, Michael Jordan, right?
Okay.
Michael Jordan had a coach, Phil Collins. Phil Collins took the Bulls all the way, I think, to the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe the same way that Tibbs did.
Right.
And then they fired him. Okay. And then they hired somebody little known at the time, Phil Jackson.
Phil Jack came in,
and they won 6 championships
immediately.
Okay. The Detroit Pistons, who was my team at the time, had the coach now in the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
And he had won 50 games with Detroit.
Yes.
And gotten us as far as we had been in a long time since the Bad Boys. And guess what? They fired him.
Right. That's when he went to Dallas.
They brought in Larry Brown.
Right.
Larry Brown won the championship.
Immediately.
There's a team, the Golden State Warriors, who had Mark Jackson.
We all remember that.
Mark Jackson won 50 games with the Golden State Warriors, right?
Crazy.
And then they fired him, and Steve Kerr came in, and they won like 4 championships.
Immediately.
So what I'm saying is, there's other examples of it too.
Right.
But I'm just giving you those examples.
Right.
Is to say that it can be done, of course, with the Knicks. It's just a hard thing. Like in all those examples, that it was unpopular. The Doug Collins was popular with the Bulls. It was unpopular to fire him. But guess what? They was like an unknown. Phil came in, and then they won. Right?
Crazy.
Larry Brown was pretty. Larry Brown and the fire. Rick Carlisle was beloved, and then Larry Brown came in. They won. You know what I'm saying? In every situation, even Mark Jackson was popular, especially with the team, with the players. Because he was part of drafting them.
Right. He built that.
Right. So then once he got fired, that was very unpopular.
Yes.
He was up in arms.
Crazy.
And then guess what? So everything will be solved by winning if you get the right coach. Now, who's the right coach in your mind?
Well, I see that the Knicks are actually looking at. They want to talk to Jason Kidd, right?
But
I don't know if Dallas is gonna let him go like that.
J Kidd
will be a good fit. Also, I feel like this too, Sha. Like coaches like Tom Thibodeau and them, those defensive-minded coach. I think the NBA is trying to push them out.
They're trying to phase it.
Yeah, they're trying to phase it out because no player now wants to just focus on defense.
See, Tom Thibodeau is a teacher, right? And he's such a great He keeps the team together. You know, he keeps them focused. They practice
Right,
hard.
right, yes.
You know what I mean? So then that's why they play so hard.
Yes,
And that's why his
yeah.
teams are mostly successful. He was in Minnesota, Chicago, now
Mhm.
New York. He's always been successful. You know what I'm saying? He never won the championship though, and that kind
But
of
he gets you to the playoffs.
but he gets you right. And
Yeah.
he consistently wins.
Mhm.
So that's kind of a hard thing for a team like the Knicks, who have not consistently won over the years, to
Right.
get rid of, because now you're going
Yeah.
back into the unknown tank. Like you had something known. You had a brand that's winning
Right.
for 4 or 5 years. With Tom Thibodeau, you have a brand that's winning. So to get rid of that, for Knicks fans, that feels kind of like, oh, we got to go back to the, you know what I mean?
Okay, so wait a minute. So you telling me Tom Thibodeau has taken them to the playoffs about what,
Yeah,
4 or
yeah.
5 out of his 5 years,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And you decide to get rid of the guy that's
That's what I'm
just
saying.
he's getting you there. I can only do so much, right? So now my next question, Shy, is this: is the players starting to control the coaching?
Well, this is the thing, right? Is another thing. So Brunson is the big piece in this, right?
Yes, he
His
is.
father is on the coaching staff. And this is what this is my question, right? This is where I'm gonna it gets dicey for me.
Okay.
So his father's on the coaching staff, right?
Right.
So now you fired Tom Thibodeau. Is the father still on the coaching staff?
Well, wait a minute.
Is he still a part of it?
Wait.
Is he?
Did the pops come with Brunson's contract, or
I don't think he
is
came.
this Tom
I don't think
Thibodeau
he came.
hiring?
Right. I think he's on the coaching staff, so I don't think he
Right.
came with the contract. So now what we're gonna do is J Kidd, what we gonna keep the
Oh
Brunson
man.
stuff. And Brunson he backed Thibodeau before he got fired. They
Right.
asked him in the press conference when they lost. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he was like, yes, he's the guy for the job.
Yes.
So I don't know. This is gonna be dicey. I even heard them talk about him being the coach.
The father?
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God.
saying they threw it in there.
Oh
It's like,
my God.
maybe Brunson.
This is like a turn around. Stab in the back. You serious? If that happens, that's a real stab in the back. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see it. But if it happens,
Well, this is what I'm saying.
man.
You're gonna every team. You said the players, right?
Right.
So they usually try to keep the star player happy. So it's only a couple of things I see that can make them happy. You make the father the coach,
Or you bring in who they want.
right? You bring in somebody who he really respect. Everything, because I think that the reason why he got fired is because of his usage of Brunson. That's one of the things that they talk about.
You mean like the
way that
minutes,
the way that he's
used
being used.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to monitor that on breaking news. You know, if breaking news comes with a Nick hire, we will be one of the first to report.
We'll definitely,
I don't know if we'll be one of the first to report it. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Keep your eye out. All right, Nick fans, get in the comments. Tell who you want.
Who you want?
Jason
the coach?
Kidd, Mike Malone.
Exactly.
Who you want? You know what I'm saying? Let us know. All right.
Here it is.
On to the next segment. Ready? So back with our second segment, while Chuck is bringing in the Zen. Okay, Aaron Rodgers finally signed with the Steelers. I ask you, Abi Nabi, how do you feel about the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers?
Before I answer that, let me come out of the clouds. I am exiting out of the clouds now.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Aaron Rodgers to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Great move.
Oh yeah.
They need it. They need a quarterback.
All right.
They do need a quarterback. Good defensive team. Yeah. Great coach.
Great coach.
Great organization.
Great organization.
So he fits right in. Now, he's only there for 1 year.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, you only got him for 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year, $13.5 million, $10 million guaranteed. The contract could be worth up to $19.5 million.
Yeah.
So now the question is this, Sha.
Okay.
Does he have the pieces around him? Because I think he was telling me something earlier. Somebody else is over there, right? Like they picked up somebody else.
There's a few. He got pieces.
Okay.
But let's just talk about the impact, because the Ravens, right, is really they run that
that division.
Because they got the Browns, right? So and then the Bengals, because you got Joe Burrow.
Man, that's a tough division,
right? So if you look at it with those with the Ravens and the Bengals, you know, you really need a quarterback, because those two got a quarterback. We ain't even count the Browns yet, because the Browns situation, you know.
Well, they had Deshaun Watson.
But I'm just saying now it's up in the air.
Yeah.
So they really rebuild it. But anyway, when you look at them, Pittsburgh made the playoffs last year, right?
Yeah.
And then
With what they had. Right.
And the problem with them is that they really couldn't score. Like I
Right.
think Russell Wilson ran out of gas
Oh
at the
man,
end.
unreal.
Your favorite quarterback?
Well, he's with us now.
Russell,
So, yeah.
to the Giants,
Yeah.
check one of our podcasts. We did a Russell Wilson to the Giants,
Yeah, go back.
shameless plug.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers.
Yes.
First of all, he just is a diva, man. This is just diva stuff. Hopefully, we won't be dealing with this for too much
But wait a
longer.
minute. I wouldn't say it's diva, right?
Yeah,
diva.
Look how long we waited for this South Steelers.
Hey, yo.
He's a diva.
He brings that zen.
So
Zen, baby.
I think Aaron Rodgers does that same zen because he's a person of that does that zen thing.
Yes.
Like he.
Him, Phil Jack.
Yeah, they all into that.
They all into that, man.
Do I think Rodgers going to be effective? Yes, I think he's going to be.
Of course,
because he's a definite upgrade.
Well, listen. Think about it.
He's an upgrade.
How much did he play at the Jets? Did he play a lot over there?
He played enough, but not.
Right.
But he was still recovering from the injury.
True.
So I think if you look at it that way, for him to get on the field,
he still got a lot in the tank. He still did some things. He still
I
can
think
do
with
it.
the Steelers, he will be effective.
Of course.
Like you said, the organization, the coaching, everything. If he buys in and they buy into him, and he buys into them, it could be a good.
Now, one thing about Pittsburgh, keep in mind, their defense is still intact.
Right.
No, they didn't lose no pieces off of defense.
And you know what else I like though? Pittsburgh Steelers fans will know if he's giving his all or not. That is an organization and fans that you cannot play with. Yeah. So as soon as they see a little bit, they will turn on him in a dime. You better come over here and embrace the Steelers way.
If not,
if you don't,
off to the
Himalayas.
It's off to the Himalayas for Rodgers. Yes, they will get you out of there.
Steelers fans are hardworking people, Steel City.
Exactly.
They want to win.
Yes.
And they don't play. All right. So Aaron Rodgers, clap it up for Aaron Rodgers getting there. Contract.
Let's get ready for the season.
Get ready for the season. It's going to make it interesting in the NFL. That's for sure. See him in the Steelers uniform is a little wild. You know what I'm saying? But Aaron Rodgers should do his thing. Go back to the Zen again. One more time. On to the next.
Oh baby.
The WNBA.
Oh baby.
Remember last week? I love this because we segued last week.
Yeah.
I said that the tickets were
cheap.
The WNBA without Caitlin Clark would be $11.
Yes, okay?
It's like the floor, pink lemonade, pink cocaine, $11.
$25, we on the floor.
So yesterday they had the game, Chuck.
Okay.
And it popped off at the United Center. It still had a nice crowd.
Right.
But I did check the tickets.
How much was it?
$3.
$3?
You get in the building at $3.
Caitlin Clark, please hurry up and get better.
She was there. Okay. She was at the game, rooting on her team, and they won by like 30.
They want to see her play, though.
But if you don't have Caitlin Clark, thank God you have the other superstar.
Angel Reese was there.
Angel Reese, right?
But wait a minute.
Let's just show. How was she walking in, Chuck?
Wait a minute. We're going to adjust this.
So Angel.
She might not dance again.
She came in like this.
Oh my God. We're going to let Justin show you this.
No, I'm going to show you.
And then she
take a picture.
Yes. And then she insisted that take another one. Get more.
Yeah, get more.
Get more. Take another one.
She was up in there doing her thing.
It was Met Gala on the walk-in.
Yeah, because she figured,
yes,
it's Chicago, it's my city, it's my team.
Right.
I'm at the United Center, it's the biggest game.
Yes.
And I'm going to dominate. I'm going to dominate the runway and the game.
But she showed up shy, like, you know how a chick might show up at her boyfriend crib with nothing on?
Yeah, with
she showed up, right. She showed up like that with the hat.
That's what she was kind of giving off.
Right, like, and then to go into the game.
But you know what happened? She must have spent the night at his house because she ain't dropped nothing.
4 points.
You know what they say? Do you know what they? But you know what they call that when you come from your boyfriend's house and your man or the
what's that? What they call?
Walk of shame. And that's what she was doing.
Walk of shame.
She only had 4 points. That's shameful. 4 points.
You drop 4 points and y'all lose by 30. You lose by 30.
Listen, Angel.
Listen,
listen.
put the jeans and sneakers and the t-shirt
Put
on.
the clothes on.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you
You know
show
what
up
I'm
like the
saying?
Matrix, I expect you to duck
Play
it.
like the Matrix.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm
Play
saying?
like the Matrix.
Don't do that again. Okay?
No.
So if you're gonna show up, show up.
But listen, shout out to her. She's pretty young lady.
Yeah.
Very talented.
We support
we
Angel
still
Reese,
support you.
but we got to give you that L today,
Exactly.
boy. That one, you can't show up like that.
No.
No Caitlyn? Then we coming to see you.
Tickets $3.
We coming to see you. You supposed to put on the show.
4 points. Oh my God. Take more. Take more. Take more. Take more. Take more.
Yes. Shout out to Angel Reese.
Yeah, shout out Angel
WNBA.
Reese.
We'll be back
for looking good on that intro.
Right, exactly, because you played terrible.
Word.
It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Thank God the tickets is $3.
Yo, on to the next segment.
But the NBA Finals, it was amazing because a lot of people kind of missed it because in the beginning they was blowing them out. But Haliburton them show you just can't sleep on it.
You can't, man. They were even down by as much as like 12 and
it was down 12 and a half.
Right. Yeah. Then they brought it back a little. Then they took off a little more.
Yeah.
Then they brought it back. And then it's like the ending of OKC, like I would be real shy. Like the last 5 minutes, it got sloppy. It got real sloppy. And Indiana still stayed with it.
But this is that thing. Both those teams are new to the NBA final stage.
Right.
And so I kind of expected a little bit of ragged play, a little bit of nerves and stuff.
Right.
And Indiana was really nervous. They was running around just throwing the ball all over the play. Like
19
it was
turnovers in the first half.
It was so uncharacteristic of them. Like, but they was only down 12.
Right.
And the reason why is because they played D
to
hold it. So even though they only scored 45, OKC only had 57 in their own building.
Exactly.
So they looked at the scoreboard like, really like 4 shots away, 6 shots away, right in the game.
Just give me some vitamin water. Give me some vitamin water and some Gatorade. I'm dehydrated.
We right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and then in the end, Haliburton again, like he did against Milwaukee, like he did against Cleveland, like he did against the
New York.
Here he is again. OKC. This is the guy that was rated. He was overrated. Well, considered overrated by his peers.
Right.
And look what he's doing.
He's showing up. He's showing up.
He's the most clutch player.
Ice vein killing. He's showing up.
This run right here is the most clutch NBA player has been in a year.
Let's look at his wall, right? Since he's overrated, right?
Yeah.
He just killed Giannis in them, right?
Giannis.
He killed Cleveland in them, which is Donovan Mitchell, who had the what?
Best record.
Just killed him. Then he came to Madison Square.
Yep, right. Game 1.
Crush. Reggie Miller ghost. You know what I'm saying? The ghost of Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? Spike Lee.
Choking.
Now he's over in OKC.
And did it again.
Dropped the bomb.
Pull up. And then they all come together. That's a fun team to watch.
Exactly. I mean, both of them.
And I think that was another thing too about the Thibodeau. Just to go back a little bit, like when you said franchise organization, they use every single player in their plan to win. Every single player contributes when they win. See, this is the thing. See, I'm gonna take it back to when I was on when you in the park, right?
Right.
And you have a coach, right? And like, let's just say it's a lot of players or whatever on the team. Like Knicks players, when they are on the team, or Tom Thibodeau, and they sitting on the bench, they like this. Like when coaches they try to get coach attention. Like, coach is walking this way. They don't even know if they're gonna play. But Indiana or OKC, I'm about to. No, it's like
put the towel on the head.
Yeah, like Tom called you. Oh, he called me? No, he ain't called you. Oh yeah.
Wait, that's when them players start doing this, man. I'm gonna tweet about this shit.
You remember? I think like Chris Tucker had a line, right? Chris Tucker had a line in Def Jam Comedy, right? Where he be like, you hate that you one of those dudes that don't have a car, but you waiting on the dude to pick you up.
Oh,
so you looking outside, you be like, there go T. Nah, that ain't T. Every headlight you see come out of the block, there go T. Nah, that ain't T. That's how Tom Thibodeau plays. You gonna play? No, I'm not gonna play.
No.
Oh, he might need me. It's 5 minutes. Oh no.
Look, we down 30, coach. It's 2 minutes left. Can I get in?
You know what I mean?
No.
So I think that's another thing. Like when both those teams are showing their depth, and then this is the reason why they got to the finals. So if they feel like Tom coached like that, they're not going to get there because you got every single play you need to play.
That's true.
Because the 2 games they won, they played the bench.
Exactly.
Knicks.
But
You
I
know what I'm
said
saying?
that even when we were doing the pod for the Knicks and stuff like that. Indiana they bench is so deep. They're
Yeah,
subbing
yeah.
3 and 4 at a time.
And they a lot of the same players.
You
So
know what I'm
like when they
saying?
switch on defense, you're not losing anything.
Exactly.
So it's kind of great. You know what I'm saying, to watch. So you still got the MVP. You're gonna see how he responds. He played well. Shea played very well.
Yeah.
But Haliburton stole the show as usual.
Just killed it.
So I'm just anxious to see what's going to happen in game
tonight?
2.
Oh man.
How OKC going to respond and how the final is going to play out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then I can't wait for your
pick of the day. Well, I got something special for
You know what
y'all
I'm
for this
saying?
pick of the day.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
You know
let's
what I'm
just shout out the NBA Finals. Let's keep watching. Haliburton, you a dog, man.
Yeah,
You're a
we
dog.
love
man.
you.
We got to give you some flowers, man, right now.
Of course.
Because this is like one of the best postseason runs I've seen one player.
Exactly.
Because
not only that, they had to pick it up at the end of the regular season just to get into the position they was in. Because at one point they were under 500, if I'm not mistaken.
Nobody was talking about them
before the All-Star weekend.
Listen, nobody was talking about them when the season started about winning
Nobody.
a championship. Nobody was talking about that. Guaranteed.
Nobody.
I don't even know if Indiana.
They had
was
Boston, Cleveland, and maybe possibly the Knicks coming out of the East.
They had the Knicks talking before they had
them.
Yeah. So it's crazy. What a run! It's going to be.
Crazy.
You know, we're gonna look back on it. It's going to be history making.
I can't wait.
It's time to give some shout outs too while we talking and ending our segment. Shout out to Coco Go.
Coco Go Off.
Coco Go Off.
Tennis player.
Winning the title. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
Coco.
Great player.
Give her flowers.
Great player. She won this was like the French Open, right? I think it was St. Garros or whatever.
Coco. Yeah, that's how they do it in tennis.
How they do it?
Coco. Hey, yo. You know the fans give them the flowers, son. Because you know in the tennis matches you got to be quiet, right? Like golf, and you can't say, go Coco. You can't. No, they'll throw you out. You have to be quietly.
What if we was like, go Coco?
You get them guys out. Section 3, 41. Those guys up there with the hats. Yeah, get them out of here.
Go Coco. We can't be loud.
We can't be loud.
So we got to do the Zen.
We got to do the Zen and.
Oh my God,
Coco.
Shout out to my Lafayette crew, my old Lafayette crew. Shout out to the Chauncey
crew.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the aunts, uncles down south
that's watching us. Aunt Sue.
All the friends.
We see your comments.
All the people.
We see your comments.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be coming, you know what I'm saying? We'll be taking this pod on the road soon to AC. So we can see more sports fans, more people in general.
Exactly. And one more thing. Shout out to my mom, okay? Mom, we dropping the podcast on time.
Yeah.
Okay? We're doing all the production and editing, Mom. We're going to do something different with the giveaway, Mom, okay?
We're going to need a paycheck.
We're going to put you on payroll to keep our schedule flowing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But shout out my mom, though. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. For sure. Yeah. So this is the I'm Leaving Here With Something podcast. This is your boy Shy.
And I'm Chuck, and we out.